Good morning. Welcome to our community meditation service. And good morning to all of you who are joining us online today. My name is Debbie Little, and I will be your practitioner for this morning. Take a moment now to silence your cell phones so we can have an uninterrupted service together and a good experience. This meditation is a blend of spoken word, music, and silence. And it will last approximately 15 to 20 minutes. So just settle in and relax in this moment, just letting go of everything that came before, or anything that's on your mind that's troubling you. It's a time to give ourselves a gift of just being present, just being. As we take this journey across this bridge to our creativity and to ourselves. They are connected. They are an expression, an experience of ourselves. As we close our eyes gently, we begin to activate our creative energy by visualizing an orange light in our lower abdomen. Imagine this light swirling and expanding with each breath, breathing in and breathing out, being gentle with yourself. We become expansive at this moment, feeling the orange light, becoming the orange light. Breathing in the creative experience which is beginning to unfold within us. And even if you cannot see that light, it is within you. It is warm and vibrant, the same as you are. Take this moment just to breathe in and feel that warmth and that light within yourself. Creativity arises from a place of inner stillness amidst the chaos of everyday life. Creating is a form of silent meditation, a space where we can detach from the external world and reconnect with our inner selves. We become mindful and present. We become one with the breath. We become one, because God is right here, right now. Take this moment just to pause and relax into this moment. Feel that vibration along with the music beginning to engage something within yourself. Because when we are engaged in creative activities, our minds become absorbed in the process. And we enter into a state of focused awareness. A glowing orange light infuses our bodies as we open up to our creative talents, unique only to ourselves. There is no need to compare. Each individual is a unique, beautiful experience, just opening up to bring life, to bring love into this experience. Just feel the vibration as you sit here, feeling absorbed and infused by that light. Cross a bridge, and at the end we are provided a path to a mystical place. It crosses time, it crosses language, and the path gives us profound feeling of worth. We have crossed a bridge to meet ourselves and to begin a conversation that embraces us with love and appreciation. We are stepping into this moment to meet that inner space within ourselves that expresses as the divine as we become more and more engaged in this light within us. Just pause and breathe in and breathe out. We are like a painting. It is at first empty, pure, and blank. Shortly, it starts to have an idea of itself. Perhaps it is a shape or has a specific purpose. It wants to say something or to be something other than a blank canvas. During this process, as in life, there is always a passage of incompleteness or imperfections, even mistakes and transformation. All of this in its effort to become the best version of what it aspires to be. We have created a beautiful masterpiece. We, like the painting, have become a great work of art in ourselves, and we are imbued with that perfect, vibrant energy. Take this moment to pause within yourself, to feel that vibrant energy, to know that you are this masterpiece, this beautiful work of art that you have created for yourself. In this respect, we have perhaps made a truly perfect mirror in our art of ourselves. We imprint our consciousness and subconsciousness into the fabric of what we create. We realize that part of it coexists in an external world, while within ourselves it is private and secret, and it is hidden from all except ourselves. Creativity fosters self-discovery, reducing stress and promoting inner peace. We can always create a bridge between the conscious and subconscious mind, allowing us to explore the depths of our inner selves and find solace in this act of creation. Art serves as a bridge to ourselves. So we pause again to reflect on this, knowing that we are promoting inner peace in our mind, in our soul, as we create in our own unique, special way. Breathing in, breathing out, feeling that orange light infusing you. Do not be fearful of crossing that bridge. Walk over with the greatest expectation of being the best that you can be, that wonderful masterpiece, that beautiful work of art that you have created for yourself. Embrace it, love it, be it. Knowing this and feeling that intense vibration within ourselves, just take a breath in and breathe out. And come slowly back to this place, embracing the experience that we have shared together. Thank you for sharing this time with me. The service will begin at 10 o'clock. Thank you.
Banks of the river of love, where the current runs deep, baptized in the one, where there's no separation and the light is all we see, honoring all our differences, and love will set us free. Oh, oh, Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. I said, oh, you rock my soul. I said, oh, you rock my soul. I see the blessings of the past. It's time to requalify. Let's not forget, but learn to forgive. God knows we gotta try. It's my responsibility to heal the wounds in me. Compassion, faith, and hope, and love, and truth will set us free. Oh, Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. I said, oh, you rock my soul. I said, oh, you rock my soul. Oh, Lord, I said, Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. I said, oh, you rock my soul. Oh, you rock my soul. I said, oh, you rock my soul.
There is a power, a presence, one life of all, and no other power can exist outside of the infinite. One love, there can only be God's love. Oh yes, I know that I walk. Oh yes, I walk in the love and the truth. Whatever you need to know will come in God's way for you. Just say, until it's strong, I'll pray. I won't move until I know that I walk in the love of God. For the power, glory, the love of God is everywhere. I can feel it, it's everywhere. I can see it, it's everywhere. And I know in my heart, power, glory, the love of God is everywhere. Don't you see it, it's everywhere. Don't you feel it, it's everywhere. Don't you say in your heart, yes, I walk in the love of God.
There is a power, a presence, one life of hope, and no other power can exist outside of the infinite. One love, God's love. I know. Ooh, in the love of God. For the power and the glory and the love of God. I can feel it, it's, I can see it, it's, and I know in my heart the power, the glory, and the love of God is everywhere. Don't move, everywhere. Do you see it? It's everywhere. Be still. Everywhere. Do you see it? It's everywhere. Praise God. Everywhere. Do you see it? It's everywhere. Do you know in your heart? Yes, I walk in the love of God. There is a power, a presence, one life of all, and no other power can exist outside of the infinite. One love, God's love. Oh, yes, I know that I walk. Oh, yes, I walk in the love of
Well, good morning, Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Las Vegas. What a glorious day it is today. Such a pleasure to have all of you here. You know, I was having this fired up moment this week, and what I realized is each and every one of us is an absolute amazing miracle. I mean, if you just think about it, just think about this flesh suit that we carry around, how it automatically breathes and pumps blood and grows and produces life for some of us, and all of the wonderful things that go on with it. And then we have this incredible little spark of God consciousness that gets implanted into this pile of flesh, and we create you. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing that all of this could happen without ever taking a thought, and that it happens automatically, and it happens over and over and over again. We have 7 billion plus living miracles walking around on this planet. Isn't it great to be part of that? I want to welcome you all here. I think it's a glorious day. I'm so excited to see you. I've seen a couple new faces come in. Thank you for showing up here. I'd love to hear how you found us and meet you a little bit after service. I want to say hi to all those people, those wonderful faces that I see most weeks, and are so thrilled to have you. I see a couple of them I haven't seen in a while. Glad to have you back, too. And, of course, we always like to acknowledge those faces we can't see. So if you would, turn around and wave at the screen back there. Joe's broadcasting live on our YouTube channel for all of our amazing people who watch us weekly on our YouTube channel. We have about 150 views each week on our Sunday service, so it's an exciting way to connect with people in a way that you don't always think about. All right, we're going to kick it off. What are we singing today, Justin?
Energy of God.
Energy of God. I think I got a little bit of that going. So if you want to join me, stand up and sing. The words are going to be on the floor, on the screen here.
Good morning, everybody. At this time, greet your neighbor if you're comfortable doing so.
Well, I'm happy to see it's taking so long to settle down because that means we have a lot of people here today. This is good. I'm enjoying this. All right, we're going to shift our energy a little bit and invite up our practitioner of the day, Debbie Little, to give us our affirmation and our invocation of the day. Debbie and Justin.
Good morning to everyone. Good morning. So this morning's affirmation, we can say it together. It's up on the screen. I choose love, peace, justice, and freedom. Therefore, I speak the truth with poise, confidence, and divine intelligence.
Sweep into my soul. Sweep into my soul. Oh, Spirit divine, sweep into my soul. Let's sing now, love and peace. Sweep in love and peace. Sweep in love and peace. Oh, Spirit divine, sweep in love and peace.
I love the image of the divine sweeping into my soul as I open that doorway to acceptance, to listen as we come together in that expression of love and support, being willing to open up and just be right here this morning, listening to Spirit's message flow through Reverend Laura, feeling that excitement of coming together, the hugs, the greetings, the smiles, knowing that we are never alone, that we are here as this community to support each other, to love each other, and to find that inner peace within ourselves. So Spirit, just sweep into my soul, and I feel that divine vibration within me, opening up, unfolding, as we come to celebrate this morning, knowing that God is, and we are, right here, right now, this wonderful community of individuals created as one. And so it is.
All right, sweep into my soul. Sweep into my soul. Sweep into my soul. Oh, Spirit divine, sweep into my soul. Spirit divine. Oh, Spirit divine, sweep into my soul.
Good morning. If you would kindly take a nice deep breath with me and exhale. And this time imagine your heart is breathing as you take another deep breath with me. And exhale. Tuning into your heart. Allowing that portal, that gateway of the heart to connect you to God. Another deep breath in. And exhale. The song I was guided to bring to you today is a song that is a reminder of the infinite choices that we have, that our energy is connected constantly to a flow of creative energy that brings us to our paths, to our lives, each one unique as the stars. The dawn is filled with dreams, so many dreams, which one is mine? One must be right for me. The dawn with all the dreams, when there's a dream for every star, and there are, oh, so many stars, so many stars. The wind is filled with songs, so many songs, which one is mine? One must be right for me. Which song of all the songs, when there's a song for every star, and there are, oh, so many stars, so many stars. Along the countless days, the endless nights that I have searched, so many eyes, so many hearts, so many smiles. Which one to choose? Which way to go? How can I know? How will I know? Out of oh, so many stars, so many stars. Ba-do-dee-wah, ba-do-dee-do-dwee, da-da-da-dee-da-da-da-ya. Which dream of all the dreams, when there's a dream for every star, and there are, oh, so many stars, so many stars. Along the countless days, the endless nights that I have searched, so many eyes, so many hearts, so many smiles. Which one to choose? Which way to go? How will I know? How will I know? Out of oh, so many stars, so many stars. I know I'm being guided there to follow that star. I know that I know that I know many choices, there are so many stars. For now I follow that star.
Thank you, Karen. That was wonderful. Beautiful way to start the morning. So it is absolutely a glorious day, as I said. I am just really kind of full of it right now. But I like being that way. So we're continuing on our exploration of our 2025 theme, The Mystic's Journey. And today we're going to talk about inspired action. And inspired action is how we get from vision to reality. How we actually move from that high idea and actually bring it into our life in a way that works for us, a way that's tangible. I want to start with looking at that word inspired. I love this word because it actually means to breathe into or to let the breath flow through. It has the very same root in the Latin as the word for spirit. Spirit and inspired, they're the same root word. Spirit is the breath that moves through us. Spiritus. Inspirare is the Latin word for breathing, for inspired. And so this word was originally, when it was first coined, was used to describe that thing that happened when a divine being imparted a truth or an idea to someone. To actually allow that idea to drop into this form that we have, for our soul to catch a glimpse of what that idea is and how we can actually then begin to take action from that inspiration and allow it to create something in our lives. So you often see this symbol around. We have a beautiful one carved by Hoot Peterson on the back of our wall back there, and we have a beautiful stained glass one here by Christine Curtis Wilson, two of our beloved members of our center here that were inspired to create for us. This symbol's been around for probably at least 150 years. It was used in the late 1800s and early 1900s by metaphysicians to talk about the way spirit or the divine or God moved itself into form and how then form returns to spirit. And so you see there are three parts to it there as far as three sections. And the first section is often described as spirit, God, the high idea, the vision, if you will. The middle part is the soul, the part that just does what it does, that is immutable and does not judge what it is. It just acts upon it. And then the bottom part is the effect, what we get from it. So this is our triune nature of spirit here. You might have heard Father, Son, and Holy Ghost in other faith traditions. We call it spirit, soul, and body. The triune nature of the divine. All this together is what our founder, Ernest Holmes, called the creative process. And so you also see that it has a V in there. And so the V on the, let me get my sides right, on the left side, the V, that's spirit moving into form. That's spirit moving into form. We call that involution, spirit moving into form. And then on the right side, you see the V kind of curves up a little bit. That's what we call evolution. That is spirit, that is form moving back into spirit. And so it's a continuous process. That little curve on the V up there is to indicate that it goes on forever. And of course, the circle stands for unity or oneness, that there's only one out there. No matter what's happening, whether it's happening in the soul level, spirit level, soul level, body level, it's all part of the one. And so we call this the creative process. We use it in many of our classes to teach how our spiritual mind treatment works, how we can take a thought, how we can take an idea, how we can take it through this process and change a condition in our lives, bring about something new, or heal something that we've had difficulty with. So how does this apply to vision and reality and that inspired action that goes in between it? So if we add these words to it, in the top section, that's that high idea, the vision, something that has been inspired within us, something that has been dropped into place we have a spiritual practice called visioning, where we catch a glimpse of Spirit's high idea for whatever our lives or a project we're working on, or just visioning for general guidance. And then we have the middle section, the inspired action. And when we take vision into inspired action, we get our reality. We get the effect that we're looking for there. And so I want to spend time today talking about that soul level. We don't often talk about what happens in that one. We often talk about the high idea, and we often talk about the effects, what we're experiencing in the world. But we don't spend a lot of time talking about how that happens. And so let's take a look at the characteristics of the soul. The soul, that middle section where inspired action happens. It is impersonal and neutral. In other words, it's not going to judge anything that happens there. It is not going to have a desire for one way or the other. What we put into that part of the creative process, it's acted upon just the way anything else is acted upon. We often talk about this creative process in terms of seed, soil, and plant, where the seed is the high idea. The soil is that immutable part that just does what it does, impersonal and neutral, and then the plant is the result that we get. So if you think about soil, if I have a piece of a pot with soil in it, I can put a tomato seed in there. I could put an orange seed in there. I could put a grape seed in there. I could put alfalfa seed in there, whatever I want to put in there. And what's the soil going to do? It doesn't care what seed it is, does it? Doesn't matter one bit whatsoever. The soil's going to do what it's going to do to the seed. Right? It's going to grow. It's going to let it germinate. It's going to let it sprout. It's going to let it come out into a plant. Now, here's the thing. There are things that we can do to that soil to make it more likely for that plant to grow, right? If I put a seed in the soil and I don't add any water, am I going to get very good results? Not likely. If I have a soil that's full of toxic chemicals and rocks and sticks and weeds, and I plant a seed in that, is it going to grow very well? No. So we can do things to improve the condition of the soil, just like we can do things to improve the condition of our soul. We have our spiritual practices that we use to help us clear out all of those weeds and rocks and sticks and things that have been accumulated over our lifetime. We have spiritual practices that allow us to add wonderful nutrients to our soil. We have our visioning process, which I spoke of earlier. We have our spiritual mind treatment. We have meditation, which allows us to commune with that divine presence and actually catch a glimpse of what's happening here for us. We have all of these practices that we can use to clean up that soil. But again, the soil is impersonal and neutral. Our action changes what happens to it. The soul is also automatic and lawful. It follows very standard laws. It's going to do what it does. When we put something in there, it's going to make it grow. The seed, when we put the seed in there and all the conditions are good for it, it's going to grow. The soul is also creative and unlimited. There is no boundary on what we can possibly bring into our life. The only limitation that's ever put upon us are the ones we put upon ourselves. The only thing that would ever inhibit the growth of that seed in our experience is what we are doing to ourselves. That's the good news and the bad news. So, what is the work of the soul then? What is the work of it that we have to do? So the soul receives that impress of spirit. It catches a glimpse of that vision. It has that thought, that idea, that seed. It receives it. It takes those thoughts and beliefs and emotions that we impress upon it, whether we're doing so consciously or unconsciously. And that's again where our spiritual practices come in. What are the things that we are allowing into our experience that we're not even aware of? Are we letting what other people say or do around us influence what we're bringing into our lives? We are our own guardian of what comes into our consciousness. And so it's always on us to pay attention to what it is what thoughts we're having, what emotions are being triggered within us, where we're believing in something, whether it's a hidden belief that we're not really conscious of, or whether it's one of those internalized beliefs that we've had forever and ever and ever, and we've never taken the time to examine it. Always we have an opportunity to look at what's coming into our consciousness. And so then it processes and acts upon the thoughts. So it takes what we are bringing in, and it does what it does with it, processes it according to those laws, according to that neutral stance upon it, and it just does what it does. It acts upon it. And then it allows whatever thought has been placed in it to manifest into form. And so the soul translates our experiences of thought, our thought experiences, into our reality based on the mental patterns that we're holding true. Based on what our beliefs are, that's what our experience becomes. And so we always have an opportunity, again, to look at our thoughts, look at our belief systems. If we are having beliefs over and over and over again of things like lack or sickness or feeling unloved, if we're having those feelings over and over again, this is our opportunity to look at them, to examine them. Not beat ourselves up because we're having them, because that doesn't do us any good. That just keeps us in the problem. But to look at that and say, why am I thinking that? What's behind that? I have a friend who was a mentor for many, many years. And when I would get in one of those thought patterns, I'm sure most of you have experienced those, where that loop of negative thinking, she'd look at me in the very sweetest way and she'd say to me, "Is that true, honey?" Really, because we tell ourselves these things, but they're not true. There's something that it may be what our experience is right now, but it is not the truth of our being. As I said at the beginning, you are a freaking miracle. You are amazing. A tiny spark of God consciousness embedded itself in you. How could there be anything wrong? That isn't a miracle happening right here, right now, every single moment of our lives. We are a living, breathing, walking miracle. So is that true, honey? If I'm thinking badly about myself, I'm being my own worst enemy there. No, I don't need anybody else around criticizing me. I got all that down pat. I can do that for myself. Begin to look at what we're thinking and begin to actually ask ourselves, is that true? If I think I must live in poverty, is that true? I see abundance all around me. Why would I think I needed to experience lack and limitation right now? Begin to look at our beliefs and see what it is we are thinking. And so how we do this, working with the soul, is we consciously choose our thoughts. We consciously choose our thoughts. That beautiful affirmation that Clay T wrote this morning is a conscious choice to believe in a power for good. It is a conscious choice to allow it to live through us. Freedom, justice, beautiful thoughts, love, prosperity, amazing thoughts that we're having. Consciously choosing those thoughts. And then let our spiritual practices help us begin to realize those thoughts. Realize the effect of that. Realize that we are absolutely an amazing specimen of God right here on earth. Actually begin to use our practices where we commune with Spirit, where we sit in contemplation and meditation, and we allow ourselves to feel the flow, that inspiration, the breath of God moving through us. Allow ourselves to feel that when we're sitting communing with Spirit. Do our spiritual mind treatment, our prayer, our affirmative prayer. How many of you have ever heard affirmative prayer and had chills? It's so powerful. It is so powerful to hear those words of truth expressed about a situation or about yourself, or to express them for yourself. There are times when I stand here and the tears flow, simply because I'm allowing Spirit to move through me, and I can't help but be overwhelmed, because the power of it is so miraculous. Use our spiritual practices. If you haven't experienced our spiritual practices, check out our YouTube channel. if you want to do it on your own. There are thousands of meditations on there. Our practitioners will guide you through all kinds of topics that will help you get a clearer sense of things. Come and take our classes. Our classes are all about the spiritual practices. Come to our services and our special events that we have, where we actually do the practices. Every time we have a 5th Sunday in the month, we do what we call a workshop Sunday. And a workshop Sunday is all about spiritual practices. You're going to want to be at the next one. It's March 30th, and it's all about prosperity. So trust me, you're going to want to be there for that one. Find a way to engage in spiritual practice. It is so powerful when you do it with others, but it's absolutely wonderful if you do it by yourself too. But find a way to do those spiritual practices that we have. And then that last one, let go and trust. I had this week one of those aha moments. Sometimes we call them a 2x4 moment, where you feel like you've been struck upside the head, right? So I've been at this for 20 years now. Spiritual practices, study. I spent 11 years going from being a practitioner to a minister. That's a lot of study. I really worked on myself a lot, and I have opened myself up to be a place where God flows through. I do it. I am actually committed to it. I do it all the time. I have taken on for myself every single bit of responsibility for my spiritual growth. But I forgot one thing. I forgot to assume that God's going to do what God does. And that was an awakening for me. When I realized I didn't actually trust God to do what God does. I was trusting myself to be that vessel through which God shows up. And I was having miraculous and wonderful things happen in my life because of it. But when I realized I wasn't putting any responsibility on God, that felt to me like, who am I to ask God to be responsible for my life? Who am I to ask? Who am I to think that God has any part in this? This is about me being in service to this greater idea. And when I realized I didn't trust God to do its part, I realized there was something lacking. So I've been reading Emma Curtis Hopkins lately. She is what we call the teacher of teachers. Ernest Holmes, our founder, studied with her in the 1920s. She came from a Christian Science background. She actually used to be the editor of the Christian Science Monitor, which is one of the oldest published newspapers in the, maybe it's a magazine, I'm not sure. Anyway, one of the oldest published articles in the United States. And she broke away from Christian Science because of some of the dogma that Mary Baker Eddy was imposing on people, and it couldn't be any other way but this way. And Emma said, no, there's something more out here. But anyway, Emma talks about the mystical marriage. Emma talks about the mystical marriage, about how we are in relationship with Spirit. So if you think about a marriage you might have, or a partnership, or just somebody that you count on in your life, there are things that that person assumes you're going to do, right? And there are things that you assume the other person's going to do. So for instance, one of you may really like to cook, so your partner might assume you're going to do the food. And the other one may be neat and tidy and organized, and you're going to assume they're going to do the cleaning. It really worked for me. Right, Justin? We make assumptions when we're in relationship. When we're in partnership with someone else, we make assumptions. I realized I wasn't assuming God was going to do anything other than move through me. But I took all the responsibility onto myself. Emma Curtis Hopkins says, "There's a good for me, and I ought to have it. There is a good for me, and I ought to have it." Now, the word ought kind of bothered me a little bit because on the tail of hearing that, I would hear, yeah, I ought to have it, but I don't. So I looked up the word ought. The word ought, in its original use, meant to expect. Now, if I shift that sentence around, there's a good for me, and I expect to have it. Now, I feel that. I can feel that. So if I am aligning myself with, let's just take one issue. Let's just take the issue of prosperity. If I'm aligning myself with prosperity, I am entering into that law of circulation, right? I'm giving, and I forget the second part. What's the second part? Receiving. So I'm giving. I forgot the partnership where I can receive. I forgot to assume or to expect that God was going to give back, that the flow was going to come into me as well. And it was quite a shocking realization for me, which meant to me that I needed to work on my trust in spirit, to work on my trust that God itself is actually looking for a place to show up. I've said it before. The place on which I stand is holy ground, for God is there. I know that. I feel that. I can feel it when I say it. I've experienced it. But I don't always trust it. I don't always trust that Spirit is actually going to come through. And so for me, this has been quite a week. It's really been working through me. I'm not really sure I'm there yet, but I do know where my work is. My work is expecting the good to come into my life. My work in the past has been to show up, to be that place that it shows up through, and then watch the results. And I've had wonderful results, but I'm wondering how much better I can have when I really trust in Spirit. And so my work is in that level of the trust. Spirit is going to do what it does. Spirit is always looking for a place to show up. Do I trust it to show up through me? Do I trust it to show up in my experience? Can I take that vision, that high and holy idea that I have for my life, and trust that Spirit's going to deliver it? My work is in the soul. My work is in that middle level of letting go and trusting that Spirit will move through me, just the way that my thoughts are bringing into my experience here. And so we do this by consciously choosing thoughts that align with our desired reality. Consciously choosing our thoughts, that's the first thing. Look at what you're thinking. Look at what's happening. Then use affirmative prayer, visualization, all of our spiritual practices to refine our beliefs. And trust and let go that the law is working and that it will happen naturally. So this faith, it's allowing Spirit to do what Spirit does. Spirit is infinite, abundant, never ending, and it is always, always, always creating. So why not let it create through each one of us? It knows how to bring that good that Emma talked about into my experience. Let go of our doubt and control. Faith means trusting, not micromanaging. Anybody ever guilty of that? Yeah, I have trust that it's going to happen this way, but let me just make sure it's this and this and this and this and this, right? Micromanaging, if we go back to our seed soil plant analogy, micromanaging is planting the seed in the soil and 2 days later digging up the soil to see if the plant's done anything yet. In case you weren't sure what micromanaging was, there you go. It's also aligning with the creative process. It's aligning ourselves with this symbol here, this wonderful Science of Mind symbol that we have here. Faith is an inner knowing that Spirit operates through the law of mind to bring thoughts into form. And it's more than knowing. Inner knowing. In other words, we trust and believe it. It is so cemented within us that we have no doubts about it. And instead of worrying or doubting or micromanaging, expect good. Speak affirmatively, and then take inspired action. Listen to what's moving through us. Take action that is in alignment with the desire that we wish to see. Take action. And the last thing, again, is that whole letting go. Releasing those things that are holding us back. Releasing those hidden beliefs. Releasing those thoughts that I got to do it myself. Releasing that. And then allowing ourselves to receive. When we allow Spirit to do what it does naturally, we open ourselves up to greater possibilities and marvelous, unexpected blessings. Who isn't in for some of that? So faith, in essence, is cooperating with the divine creative process, allowing Spirit to express effortlessly through us without interference, doubt, or fear. Fear. How do we get rid of that fear? Ernest Holmes says that doubt is faith in the wrong direction. I love that. Doubt is faith in the wrong direction. And fear is a sign that you are stepping into something bigger than you thought. Now that shifts it around a lot for me. The idea that fear that I'm feeling is just me, that part of me that is Spirit, taking a great step forward and allowing myself to experience something bigger than I could have even imagined. Ernest Holmes says this many times, there's a power for good in the universe and you can use it. And it uses you. And it is a reciprocal relationship. I have to be willing to use it myself. As willing as I am to allow it to use me, I have to be as willing to use it myself. Finish up with this quote here from Ernest. When we realize that we are dealing with an infinite power which has no limitation and no desire other than our good, doubt and fear disappear. So our work is always to look for those things that are blocking us from realizing that the good is available to us and we ought to have it. We ought to have it, and opening ourselves up to be that channel through which it flows. All right, let's take this into prayer. I invite our practitioners to stand and surround us. Our practitioners are wonderful individuals who know truth. If you're stuck on anything and you can't figure it out for yourself, I so encourage you to see one of our practitioners. They can get to what those hidden beliefs are. And they can identify the good and know for you that it is yours and it is happening right now. And so we just take a moment here and settle ourselves into our seats. Feeling that impress of Spirit as we breathe in. Knowing that it fills our lungs, moves through our bodies, enlivens every cell, and then exhales itself out into expression as our good. So I know that right here and right now, there is only this one power, one presence, one divine creative love intelligence, one entity, one being, one divine love that is so powerful that it could do nothing but create. And create it did, create everything. Think of all of the billions and billions of people that have inhabited this world and all of the worlds beyond this. This limitlessness of Spirit is unimaginable and yet so very present. Because I know that there is only one, I know that I am one with it. That the power and the presence of this creative intelligence resides right at the heart of my being. And as I know this is true for me, I know this is true for everyone. For I know we are all that perfect emanation of a love so powerful it could do nothing else but create. And create in magnificent miracles. And so knowing this truth, I speak my word here and now. I know that the power and the presence of the One is moving through each one of us. It is showing up as us. And at every moment, we have an opportunity to listen deeper, to go within, to trust, to let go of fear and doubt and resistance, and open ourselves up to being that place where God shows up. I know that each one of us is on a spiritual journey, an ever higher evolution of our souls. I know that each one of us has been brought to this time and this place to experience life as only we can. For we are the place where God shows up. And so right now, I just speak my blessing for each and every one of us, knowing that we are on this ever-evolving upward path of evolution, that it is unfolding itself as peace and harmony and health and abundance. I also know that this same evolutionary force is moving through us, stabilizing our world right now. I know that this very same force is in the hearts of every politician. It is in the hearts of every elected leader of our country. It is the mind that created this that is moving through each and every individual, bringing itself into perfect harmony and balance, creating a just world. And I also want to speak a blessing to the marvelous Pope Francis, knowing that the divine is enlivening every cell in his body, and that all congestion or inaction is removed from his experience right now, and that perfect health and well-being is his, just like it is everyone's. And so I just give great thanks for this knowing. I'm so grateful to feel it. I'm so grateful to experience it. I'm so grateful to see it happening all over this world. And I release this word into that power that says only yes, that knows no lack or limitation, that is constantly looking for a vessel to show up as. I let it go and I let it be. And together we say, and so it is.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, practitioners. So now is that time in our service when we have an opportunity to support our community financially. And so as our ushers are coming forward here, we are asking you to prepare your gift. If you're giving electronically, we have several different ways you can do that here. If you've already given, that's wonderful. We appreciate that immensely. If you're like me, you have a auto tithe going, bless you, bless you, bless you. We love those. And so as you get your gift ready here, would you put your hands over your heart? And just take in a breath. Inspired action. Breathing in. And would you repeat after me? This gift I give goes forth from me. Does amazing and miraculous things.
Does amazing and miraculous things.
And returns to me in kind.
Returns to me in kind.
I can't remember the rest of it. Pressed down and overflowing. Pressed down and overflowing. And so it is.
That's how it is.
What are we singing?
More
More equals give.
If you want more love, give love. If you want more joy, give joy. If you want more peace, give peace. If you want more, give. If you want more, give. If you want more money, give your money. If you want more time, give up your time. If you want more friends, be a friend. And if you want more, give. And if you want more, give. When you give, you receive. It's as simple as that. There's no effort, no struggle. It's just a simple fact. If you want to see change, be in change. If you want more truth, tell your truth. If you want more gratitude, give thanks. If you want more, give. If you want more, give.
All right, and so we just give thanks. We are so grateful for everything that we have received here today, for everything that's on its way to us in consciousness, for everything that has yet to be given. We are just simply blessed. We know that this money that we receive here today goes forth from us, does wonderful things in the world, and returns to us, blessing us immensely. And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you. Sometimes I get too wired. Okay. We have a few announcements, not too many here. First off, we have a new offering that's coming here, a new small group. We have a Secret Circle Ministries that offer a variety of structured ways of coming together in community. This one is called our Newcomers Group, and it's going to be facilitated by Charlotte Parker, Scott Edwards, myself, and a few practitioners are going to be joining us periodically to talk about the basics of science of mind. Just talk about what it is that we believe. We're going to have an opportunity for you to ask questions about what I might have spoken about in the service prior to that. And then we'll experience some of our spiritual practices and talk a little bit about some of our principles. So if you have any questions about how to use some of these spiritual practices, come and join us. It's going to go for 6 weeks, and then it will repeat every season. And if you are not, it says newcomers, but even if you're not new and you just want to learn more, come on and join us. It's going to be here in the sanctuary starting March 16th. Is that right? Somehow that seemed wrong to me. March 16th, right here in the sanctuary at 11:30 after service. So you're welcome to run quickly and grab something to eat and bring it back, or you can wait and go to lunch with the wonderful people that you might meet here in the class afterwards. But it'll run for about 90 minutes for 6 Sundays, and then we'll take a couple months off and then run it again for 6 Sundays and so forth each season. If you're interested in that, sign up on the form online or see Kaylee in the back. We have a couple of new classes starting. This one is one of my favorites to teach. This is the Essential Ernest Holmes. This is about the philosophy of Ernest Holmes. It is so powerful, such a wonderful class. This is one of our CSL, Centers for Spiritual Living, certificated courses. And so it runs through their certificated course program. I'll be facilitating it. We're going to be doing this on Zoom. We have people from other communities who are going to be joining us as well. And so it's an opportunity for you to just take a deeper dive into the philosophy of Ernest Holmes. If you are at all interested in becoming a practitioner, this is a required course. So I encourage you to sign up for that. As I said, it's going to be people from other communities, so we're doing it on Zoom on Thursday nights, 10 Thursday nights in a row starting March 20th. And then I've created a book study, an experiential book study to go along with my new book, Mindfulness and Money Magic. And so this is also going to be on Zoom because I have people joining us from Mexico and from Southern California right now. And I think I have one who's going to be joining us from Kentucky too. So it's going to be on 5 Wednesdays in April, starting April 2nd, from 6 to 8 p.m. on Zoom. So we're excited about these new classes that are coming out. And then we have an opportunity from our Community Engagement Committee, and they are starting a process of collecting used books. We're going to do this on March 2nd, March 9th, and March 16th. So if you have any books that I'm sure there's nobody like me that has, a stack of books that I probably will never read, but they're really good books. We're looking for more of books for our spiritual kind of audience, but if you have some really good novels that you'd like to pass on too, we're going to collect the books. We're going to do a book sale on the 23rd here after service, and then any of the books that are left are going to an organization that takes them, sells them, and buys books for kids. Life is good. We're also going to donate 10% of our profit from the book sale to the organization as a tithe. So we're starting that. So start bringing your books. Please bring them in a box or a bag. Don't just pile them. It's really contained is good. So, and we'll bring them and have you bring them down here to near this door down here in the hallway there. I've got some bookshelves right now set up, so we can just bring them down there and start keeping them there for us. So bring your books. We would love to have them here available to sell, and then be ready to buy on the 23rd. Because you get rid of books, you got to get more, right? That's the only reason to get rid of books is so you can buy more. More space on the shelves. You got to fill the space. Isn't Spirit wonderful? It always provides. Our annual meeting is this afternoon. Well, no, not this afternoon. It's right after service. At 11:30, we're starting right here in the sanctuary. If you are a registered member of Centers for Spiritual Living Greater Las Vegas, we encourage you to attend, as it's one of your rights and privileges as a member. If you're a guest here, not a member yet, and would like to see a little bit more about what's happening, you are welcome to attend too. You won't be able to vote on our we just have candidates this time. We don't have any bylaw changes. But you're welcome to attend and see what happens here in our center. It should last about an hour. So we're going to clean up the room and get everything ready here in a moment. All right, and finally, we have personal prayer with our practitioners available right after service. If you just go outside this door, there's another door there. Debbie's going to be standing at the door, directing you in to our practitioners who are available for personal spiritual mind treatment. So if you have something that you're working through in your life that you would like to work through a little deeper with someone, see one of our practitioners for this moment of prayer. And then also you can look at our website, and all of the practitioners that are available for personal counseling are listed on our website too. So you're welcome to go on there and schedule an appointment with them. All right.
Karen.
I forgot.
That's all right.
Karen, would you like to come up and sing another song with us? See, I was supposed to do that after the offering. Justin, you got to yell at me. Come on up, Karen. Then we'll close.
No worries. A song by a man whose inner vision has brought us so much beautiful creative flow with all of his songs, and specifically this one. We are all reaching for a higher perspective, a higher vision, a higher awareness of ourselves in that fertile soil. So let us reach for that higher ground through this song. Thank you. People keep on learning. Soldiers people keep on dying. Whoa. Keep on turning, 'cause it won't be too long. No, no. I'm so darn glad he let me try it again, 'cause my last time on earth I lived a whole life of pain. I'm so darn glad he let me do it again, so I keep on trying till I reach the highest ground. That's right. Woo! Teachers, keep on teaching, while your preachers keep on preaching. That's right. Whoa. Keep on turning, 'cause it won't be too long. Oh no. Whew. Lovers, keep on loving. And believers, you keep on believing. Sleepers, just stop sleeping. Wake up, 'cause it won't be too long. That's right. I'm so darn glad he let me try it again, 'cause my last time on earth I lived a whole life of pain. I'm so glad that I know more than I know then, so I keep on trying till I reach the highest ground. Oh yeah, till I reach the highest ground. Oh, nobody's gonna stop me. Nobody's bringing me down. Going higher, 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 higher. Thank you.
Don't sit down, stand up. If you would, hold hands. If you're open to that, hold hands. And repeat after me. There is only one life. That life is God. That life is perfect. And that life is my life now. And so it is. Have a beautiful and blessed week.
Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. All right, one last time now. Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. 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 Have a beautiful week, everybody.